Test 1 2, testing 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Hello and welcome back into the Raising Cane's River Center. My name is Devin Dobek, the voice of the Dashers. Thank you for joining us for Game 2 between these two squads. Really looking forward to a good one as the Dashers look to head home with a few points more than they came with. A tough loss for the group last night, losing this one 4-2. And just one of those games where it just got away from them. The shots on goal registered at 46-21. It just was one of those games that they'd like to have back. Great goaltending from Oscar Wahlgren. Tonight, they'll be going with Parker Rutherford, who comes in with a .911 save percentage. He has the one recorded win for the Dashers this season. That was against the top team in the Fed, the Athens Rock Lobsters, a 3-1 victory at home at David Palmer Arena. But they'll be tasked with the Zidaco once again tonight, a team who dominated offensively. Wahlgren had to come up big, and it was just all Zidaco. Special teams has been a focal point as well for both these squads. The Dashers with just a 65% penalty kill. So that's definitely something they've been shooting themselves in the foot with. And you got a Zydeco power play that's over 1 in every 4 conversions. So two good teams, and we're looking forward to it as we introduce the Zydeco for you. We'll be there in a few moments. But for now, take a quick break and be right back for the Dashers and the Zydeco on the Dashers Hockey Network. And we welcome you back into tonight's action. Devin Dobek along with you as we're just about set for the Zidaco and the Dashers Hockey Club right here from the Raising Cane's River Center. Well, the Dashers certainly looking to get back in the win column, coming in with a -10 goal differential compared to a +13 for the Zidaco. Of course, they had that 10-1 victory to skew that number a little bit, but lackluster special teams numbers for the Dashers as well, just 11% on the power play compared to 26% for the Zydeco, and then the kill has just been one of their kryptonites, just 63% on the penalty kill compared to 93% for the Zydeco. They've won 3 in a row, and they're going to their guy, Brendan Colgan, in net tonight, has a record of 3-1, a 1.47 goals against average, and a .942 save percentage. He's been spectacular, got the win last night, and trying to sweep the Dashers as they elect to go in a different route. Parker Rutherford will come in, the guy with their only win, 1-2 record of 4.39 goals against average and a .911 save percentage. We'll see what they get. Coach AJ Tesorero seems to have some confidence in his group. We'll see what brand of hockey they bring here tonight as the opening faceoff goes to Namiki, and we're underway here. As really early, Fisher tipping over Sabad with a nice little hit, and now Murphy running into, looks like Bond. So some physical play early for the Dashers on this first shift. Namiki lose control of it. Fisher trying to leapfrog around him, but can't. Now DeMars on the forecheck. Turnover in the offensive zone. Dashers trying to collect it, but Zidaco control. Off the skated DeMars, who can't keep it in. They'll try and whack it on in, and some of the Dashers will get a change. Salov running into Thornton, the first star of last night's contest. What a game Brody Thornton had. Goal and assist. Now it's dumped in behind the Dasher cage. Kim Mettinen plays it across for Roseboom. Now the Dashers head the other way. Here's Stoichevsky, the points leader for the Dashers, with 7 assists. Brosnan's quick shot off the right pillow of Colgan. Then it hops over the stick of Stoichevsky in the Zydeco, trying to clear the zone. A quick giveaway. Stoichevsky on the backhand, going in front. He scores! Brandon Stoichevsky's first. Couldn't have come at a better time. Just a minute and 14 seconds in, he's opened the scoring. His first in the white and orange. As he goes to the heavens, it's 1-0. That's a great patient play by Brandon Stoichevsky. Below the end line, takes his time, goes right around the dive, and then just tucks it right under Colgan. A beautiful goal, and the Dashers strike first. Just the second time they've scored first this season. Been playing a lot of hockey from behind, but they're happy to have that one as Gulo on the ensuing draw controls it. Wyzak, good patience there to free up the play. The puck goes right by Gulo, who wasn't ready for it. Now Kabatayev sends it back into the zone. Alexanian sliding one over for Chirac. Chirac with an assist last night on the power play. Now in the corner boards. A scrum. Gagnon applying some pressure on Chirac. Comes out to the point. Quick shot from Kleber. That one off the pad. Kabatayev now wrapping it around the boards. Brown will be there to collect it. Lester Brown chops it out of the zone. Gulo now thought about running into Lindbergh. Gagnon behind his goal, waiting for options. Sends it up the boards to Brown. Brown had trouble catching it, and it comes back to his zone. Into the neutral zone off the skate of Gulo, and effectively a perfect dump for a wholesale change. And the Dashers have a fresh set. As behind the play, Jumanji with a collision, looked like with Zabad. He goes down, making the start tonight as the winger. Just 5 defensemen going for AJ Tesorero's group, trying to change some things up. It's now a bank pass. Zabad closed off by Regala. Regala trying to use the body to free up the puck. Now Wilson sends one in front, still loose, and a nice play made by Mettinen to kick that one out of danger's way. Now in the neutral zone, it's dumped in by Thornton. All the way to the corner. 17-10 to go here in period 1, and the Dashers with a 1-0 lead early. Mettinen over to Fisher. Fisher dumps it in. Bank pass looking for Brosnan. Now Fisher tried a nice hit. Bond the other way. Has it poked away. Now taking the hit to complete the play is Salov, and Gagnon will send it the length. this should go for an icing, and it will. So the Dashers with a much different identity than they had last night, playing physical hockey, being patient. It seemed like they were rushing last night and kind of playing to the Zydeco's tempo. That would be one of the reasons that the Zidaco ran away. But a different result thus far tonight. It's Gagnon. Wheels one over to Roseboom. Roseboom to Salov. Now Brazen through the Raising Cane's logo at center ice. He'll dump it on in. Stoichevsky, the first one there to pick it up. Tried to drop it back for Salov. Tied up on the wall. It comes back to the corner. Thornton run into by Stoichevsky. And it'll be Bond breaking it out the other way. Tyler Larwood, 8 points coming into tonight, the leader. Or rather 9. Excuse me. Gagnon behind his own cage. Stretch pass for Stoichevsky. He's got space. Coming to back check is Lindbergh. And he'll get it away. But it goes to Kabatayev, looking to spin one in front. Brown was there, but a little out of his reach. As now Roseboom will whack it on in. Give way to Chirac. Kuznetsov now with speed. Walks in. His shot just missed on the far side. Clear path and froze Rutherford. Luckily, not close to the net. Now Gulo in the neutral zone. Has trouble creating some space for himself with the puck. And the Zydeco come away with it. Back into the neutral zone. Here's Wyzak. Backhands one to Gulo, who will chop it in ahead of Kabatayev. Now back in their own zone. Lindbergh threw it off the skates of a Dasher. Puck still free and comes back to Mettinen. Mettinen entering the zone. Puck shoots free back towards the Dasher end. Wyzak running into Zabad, shielding the puck with his body. Is able to keep it out of harm's way. Coming out to play it is Colgan. Slamming on the brakes is Thornton. Kabatayev in need of a change. He'll get off. Regala now. Thought about bumping into Zabad. Elects not to. Murphy. A nice little pass to get it back to Roseboom. Roseboom leaves it for Murphy again. Through the neutral zone now. The big 7-1 of Thomas Murphy had a big assist on the second goal last night. Roseboom serpentining away from the pressure. He gets run into. And here come the Zydeco the other way. Pass looking in front. Gordon wanted Thornton but couldn't connect. It'll be the Dashers headed the other way. Demars. Able to tap it, but was behind the red line, and we'll get a whistle. Our first media timeout, 14-10 to go here in period one. The Dashers on top 1-0 and leading in shots 2-1. We'll be right back in a flash on the Dashers Hockey Network. $14-10 to go, period two. Thank you for joining myself, Devin Dobek, the voice of the Dashers here, filling in for Andy of the Zidaco this weekend. Hope you're enjoying our stream. Hopefully the audio is working for you. We apologize for the audio and connectivity issues last night, trying to duplicate one stream into the other. But should be good to go here tonight, and hopefully you're ready to enjoy some good FPHL action. As on the faceoff, Fisher tied up with Gordon. Gordon comes away with a quick shot, and a save had to be made by Rutherford. Now Kleber swatting it back in. Cox giving it away. Gordon right around the goal. Thought about the wraparound, but Regala was there. Now at the point, Kleber's quick shot gloved by Rutherford, who was stickless for a split second, and he makes a save. So the Dashers in front here at 1-0. As faceoff belongs to them, Wyzak getting hold in the corner boards. Trying to bank it out, but it's kept in. Nice drop pass that time. Walking in is Gordon. In traffic, runs into Rutherford. And the Dasher is able to clear. Cox now back in his own end. Gives it away to Kleber. Trying to tap it over into the Dasher end of things. Wyzak. Saucer pass over to Brazen. Leaves it for Stoichevsky. Stoichevsky trying to swing one on in. It eventually makes it there. Behind the goal, Colgan. Pass the stick of Brazen. Lindbergh, around his own goal. Picked off by Salov, but he gives it right back. Now trying to run into his man. Caught in the skates of Cox. Swatted into the neutral zone. Salov running into Lindbergh as he got a shot away at Rutherford. Sharak trying to keep it away from Roseboom. Sends it out to the point. Quick shot from Thornton. Whistles over the net. A lot of time and space to shoot, and he just airmailed it. Gagnon now in the corner. Tonight's pest of the game, according to the Zydeco. Out at the point, Chirac sliding one on back. On the far side, Namiki finds it over for Bond. And now the Dashers intercept. Brazen will flip it back into the Zydeco end, and we'll get some fresh legs. Roseboom taking the hit to make the play. Goes through the sticks of Mietinen. All the way to the point. Quick shot comes in. Rutherford wasn't ready for it. Caught him right in the numbers. As now giving it away is Roseboom right in front of the net. Another quick opportunity for the Zydeco. Bank pass for Lester Brown. He'll swat one over to Gulo. Captured by Kabatayev. Gets nudged off the puck by Wilson. Zydeco trying to move the puck in transition. Drop pass. Gulo intercepts. 2-on-2 the other way. Kabatayev and Brown leading the charge. Kabatayev on the backhand. Spins. Gets it to Gulo. Back to Kabatayev. His quick shot. Still loose in front. And Colgan had to make a couple saves there. Shots are 6-3 in favor of the Zydeco. As Mietinen blows a tire. 2-on-1 the other way. Quick pass. The shot. Save made by Parker Rutherford. Loose puck. Just wide. On the near side. Parker Rutherford answering the call early in period 1. Big save. Now Zabad. Can't get past Gagnon. Nice play to collect the puck himself. He'll skate it in. His quick shot right into the logo of Colgan. Now around. Sends it in front. Fisher sliding one back. Quick shot for Jumanji is saved. Halfway home here in period 1. As backhand pass over to Jumanji. In the neutral zone, Kuznetsov comes away with it. Through the circle at center. Slides it on back for Larwood. His quick shot. Glove save Rutherford. And he'll hold for the faceoff. And here are the Dashers getting involved. Kuznetsov and Wyzak taking exception. Kier hopping in as well. And we'll see if the officials are going to let the extracurriculars play on. Couple big saves for Parker Rutherford in the last few minutes. Keeping his team in front at 1-0. Zydeco were behind in shots for a bit, but they've got their offense back, and the Dashers trying to increase the physical play to snuff them out and shift the momentum back in their favor. The last few minutes, it's been a lot of Zydeco. Behind the goal, Roseboom. Stoichevsky running into Cox. Now Chirac behind the goal. Harassed by Mietinen. Out to the point. Giveaway. Trying to poke it free with Salov. But now here we go. Walking in. Here's Cox. And what a save made by Rutherford. Puck still free. Oh my goodness. Parker Rutherford with an early candidate for save of the night. Twisting and turning. He keeps it out. Wow. Has he been sensational or what tonight? Now into the neutral zone. Here's Gagnon. Blowing a tire is Salov behind the play. Gagnon leading the break himself. Looking for a bank pass, but Just 2 Dashers in the zone, the other 3 MIA, and now a 2-on-1 for the Zydeco. Sliding it across. Here's Chirac. He scores! Scott Chirac on the backhand evens things. And Rutherford's spectacular play could only carry them so far here in period 1 as the Zydeco, with an odd man rush, cash in, and it's 1-1. Taking another look at this play, and yeah, just the Dasher defense committing. And an easy breakaway for Chirac once that pass left on through. And we're all even at 1. A whole new hockey game here at the Raising Cane's River Center. Not sure what's going on in the corner boards area. It looks like the officials have found something that's kind of peeling off the boards. Maybe one of the sponsor graphics, I believe. And they're going to have to secure that before we get playing once again. So we'll sit tight here ahead of our next face-off at center ice. There's been a pair of goals. 1 for each side. And with 9:38 to go, looks like we'll take immediate timeout. Back in a quick flash, 1-1. Zydeco and Dashers on the Dashers Hockey Network. Back here at center ice, thank you for joining myself, Devin Dobek here, for the Zydeco and the Dashers. Great Saturday night for hockey here in the Bayou. As now Mietinen swatting one around for DeMars. Comes all the way back. Lindbergh will give chase. Icing will be waved off. Murphy on the forecheck. Can't get to him. Kleber now. Can't clear the zone. Comes right back to him. Gives away to Elijah Wilson, who will try and lead the charge up the near side wall. Wilson now. Quick shot. Just missed on the far side, and now it's the Dashers headed the other way, potentially with numbers. Trey Fisher on the right side. Can't ladle one back to Murphy. Bouncing puck. Can't be settled. DeMars in front. And finally, the Zydeco able to steer it out. Lindbergh, his quick shot. Save Rutherford. Puck still free. Nobody knew where it was for a second. And finally, Regala comes away with it. Gagnon flipping one into the neutral zone. Lindbergh knocks it down. Couldn't put it on the stick of Bond, thanks to a great play by Gagnon. Now Bond's quick shot. That one clanged off a Dasher. Now the Dashers trying to go the other way. Here's Stoichevsky and Brozin, a 2-on-1. Walking in, Stoichevsky's quick shot, still loose, and it's paddled away. Colgan with a great save there to take away the rebound opportunity for the leading scorer on the Dashers, the captain, Justin Brozin, who had number 4 on his fingertips there, but Colgan with a big one. 8:10 to go, blowing a tire that time is Bond. He spoons it back in. It'll be clanged out by Wyzak. Now around the boards. Wyzak to Salov. Salov. A giveaway. Now Wyzak coming in to help pick up the pieces. Flips it into the neutral zone. Zidaco. With 7:42 to go. Another quick shot, and it looks like offside will be assessed. Hasn't been a penalty yet. We've played even strength hockey for 12 minutes and 19 seconds. As we'll take a media timeout. 1-1 our score. Shots 12-5 in favor of the Zydeco. Back in a flash right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. Gulo and Chirac set to take the faceoff. Chirac, of course, the lone goal scorer for the Zydeco on a beautiful pass through the crease in which he was able to backhand pass Rutherford. The other goal belonging to Brandon Stoichevsky just over a minute into this hockey game. But the Dashers offense has pittered out since. Bunch of sticks flying around everywhere. Lester Brown in his own corner. Battling with Alex Sanyan, Now out to the point. Quick shot from Lindbergh. Had to be waffle boarded away by Rutherford. Kabatayev off the skate of Brown. Trying to give it right back to him. Brown will give chase. Taking the hit to make the play. Kabatayev right beyond the goal. Puck shoots out just to the upper circle before the Zydeco collect the turnover. Gagnon on over to Roseboom. Roseboom on the near side will wrap it around the Dasher. Takes a funky bounce and drops on over to Tack. Gulo. Nice hit to run into Wilson. Now Gagnon looking to create some space. Gets it over to Roseboom. His quick shot into the glove of Colgan. Definitely been a fun one thus far. Similar feel to last night, just a little more physicality, at least in the Dasher side of things. We know the Zydeco, not a team that's known for their hitting, but a lot of great playmakers. Of course, put up 46 shots last night against the Dashers, so very offensive-minded, and the Dashers trying to inflict some pain and shift the meter. Fisher will take the draw. Fisher centering two lines for Coach A.J. Tesserero tonight. And of course, that's with the change. Yesterday, Nico Ryman in the lineup tonight. He goes with Yosuke Jumanji, who, speak of the devil, on the forecheck there. Now Wilson. Haggerty. Haggerty had a goal last night. Now free. Wilson. Spinning one over to Thornton. Thornton protecting the puck. Fisher chases him. Thornton all the way to the far side. Spins it by Fisher. Haggerty. On over to Zabad. Zabad surveying. Sends it to the point. Namiki. D-to-D pass to Wilson. Quick shot. Blocked down in front by Gagnon. And the Dashers will head the other way. DeMarsh trying to run into Wilson. Roseboom now with the puck right in front of Rutherford. Gives him a few ice shavings to the face. And Rutherford will cover. 5:36 remaining in the first period. These teams deadlocked. Shots are 14-6 in favor of the Zydeco. Some last-minute changes for the Dashers. Jumanji comes in. Salov skates off, so Jumanji will join that top unit with Stoichevsky and Brazin. Quick shot off the draw by Kuznetsov. Misses way wide. Now it'll be knocked down. Headed the other way is Wyzak. Gets it over to Brazin. Brazin burning whatever fuel's left in the tank. Sends one down in front. Collects his own rebound. Shoots free. Salov there to pick it up. Spinning away from the pressure of Larwood. Gets it over to Gagnon. Gagnon's quick shot. A tumbling muffin barely made it to Colgan. Puck still loose. Dashers trying to set it up. Wyzak kind of fanned, but got enough to get it to Stoichevsky. Stoichevsky kicking it away to Salov. And now into the neutral zone. Here's Wyzak. Settling the puck. Gets it over to Brazin. Brazin windmills one around the board. Salov gets it to Stoichevsky. His quick shot didn't get on net. Salov now running to the boards. Larwood with a couple nice hits. On the near wall, Kuznetsov. Onto the stick of Regala, who gives it right away. Looking for Brazin. Cox, a nice between-the-legs moves. Gets to the net. Tried to go for the backhand. But Regala, a nice recovery to make the play. Kabatayev now trying to dump and chase for himself. With Zydeco win the race. Regala now waiting for help. Closing in on 4 minutes to go here, period one. Regala back to Roseboom. Roseboom into center ice for Kabatayev. Puck enters the zone. Gulo takes a glance and gets it over to Brown. Brown looking to send it in front. Not sure where he was going with that one. Just a clean giveaway. Cox over to Chirac. Chirac looking to slide one down ever so slowly for Cox. Now Cox over to Chirac. His quick shot. Karams off the glass and over to Kabatayev. His saucer pass off the boards intended for Brown. Thornton sweeps it up and it's sent back in by Cox. Now Gagnon up the boards to Miettinen. Made his debut for the Dashers yesterday. In his second game here tonight. Frees some space. Gets it across. Kabatayev shot. Wouldn't go. Great play by Miettinen to set him up. But Kabatayev just couldn't find a home for that puck. As now here's Fisher hopping into the play. His quick shot gets blocked down in front. And he blows an edge. Headed the other way are the Zydeco. Closing in on 3 minutes to go here, period one. Wyzak gave him a bump. Gagnon up the boards to Fisher. And it finds the stick of Haggerty. Haggerty run into by Fisher. Now behind the goal, Wyzak. Bank pass for Gagnon. Gagnon spoons it for Fisher. Fisher off the dasher. Takes a funky bounce and Rutherford slides it to Gagnon, who gets rubbed off the puck. Now Murphy waiting for options. The Dashers trying to set something up, but just no space. Great forecheck for the Zydeco. DeMars sending it across. Collects his own turnover now. The quick shot blocked down in front. And Tack able to help clear. Roseboom over to Regala. Regala, no-look pass for DeMars. DeMars fanned on it once and then threw it out of the reach of Roseboom. Now in the neutral zone, a giveaway. Regala bit, and it's a 2-on-0. Here come the Zydeco. The saucer pass won't go. Matt Gordon was all alone with an empty net to shoot at, but the puck jumped over his stick as Fisher with a few hits to run into Larwood. Physical hockey now. Quick shot over the net. Under 2 to go. Fisher run into by Gordon. Now Roseboom. A physical play to run into Bond. And it looks like Roseboom wants one. Bond won't give it to him. And Roseboom with the game's first penalty. This will likely be for roughing or a cross check. See the official call. So Roseboom is bagged, and they will get him for the cross check. So he heads to the box. His team shorthanded for the rest of the period, barring a Zydeco goal, and then 18 seconds into period two. We'll take a quick break ourselves here in the booth, catch our breath, and be back in a quick flash for more Zydeco and Dashers on the other side, right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. Ready for another face-off. It'll be Gulo. Opposite of him is Haggerty. Gulo comes away with it. So Roseboom to the box, and the Dashers will clear. So, first penalty. Of course, now at the end of the period, we remember the Zidaco scored a pair of goals in the final minute of the first and the second period last night. So we'll see, if they can find a way to cash in here. Kabatayev will hold and kill some of that clock before sending it the length. 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in period one. And a tied hockey game. Shots 16-8. Gulo throws one right into the awaiting arms of Zabad, who will skate it on in. Regala tries to run into him. Now back over on the other side. Kabatayev trying to pin it against the boards. Coming to help him is Gagnon, and Gagnon will send it down. Chirac. It's the brakes, looking for help. Jumanji comes away with it, and Jumanji will send it the length. That one actually made it on goal. 25 seconds to go, period one. Into the offensive zone, Larwood protecting the puck. His quick shot. Rutherford made a nice save, tight to the post. Dozen seconds remaining. Lindbergh taking his time in the neutral zone, gives it away. Here's Yosuke Jumanji walking in with space. He shoots on the goal line. They score! Trey Fisher takes the loose luggage right out of the crease and slams it home. A guy who's worked so hard, and finally he is rewarded with a goal. Short-handed for the Dashers, too. 3 seconds to go. The Zydeco scored with 3 seconds in period one yesterday. The Dashers with it today. Short-handed, and it's 2-1. See if the officials are going to take a look at this one and see if maybe some goaltender interference. So they'll go to the monitors, and we'll sit tight here with you. But Jumanji collecting a turnover, and the Zydeco kind of thought it was the end of the period. Weren't really aware of what was going on. Jumanji came in, had a good chance, and then Fisher on the follow sends it home. And we'll see if the call will stand. So they'll credit the goal to Trey Fisher. Yosuke Jumanji with his first professional point, collecting the turnover. And so shorthanded, the Dashers will head to the locker room with a 2-1 lead. A fun first period of action we had for you. The Dashers struck first with Stoichevsky's first of the season, just over a minute in. Then Scott Chirac on the breakaway evened things in the middle of the period before a back-breaking goal with 3 seconds to go in period one by Trey Fisher was tapped home. And the score, 2-1 in favor of the Dashers. As we head to break, we'll see you in a quick 18 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Zydeco and the Dashers right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. And we welcome you back into the Raising Cane's River Center. My name is Devin Dobek here with you on the call for period 2, with the Dashers winning thus far. 2-1 is the score, but kind of an opposite result as last night. When we take a look at last night's loss once again for the Dashers, the Zidaco struck first early, and then it was evened up by the Dashers, and then the Zidaco took the lead once again with 3 seconds left. Almost the exact opposite. As far as timelines and everything, the Dashers now with that 2-1 lead. They scored with 3 seconds left, and we are set up for a fun period number 2 here. Shots 16-11 in favor of the Zydeco through one period. Zydeco now will go from right to left, left to right for the Dashers. And the face-off, we are underway here in period 2. Quick shot for Chirac, and that one caroms off now. Loose puck. It actually hit the netting, as it would have been a fun chance for Haggerty. 7 seconds, and we already got our first whistle here in period 2. Roseboom still with 11 seconds on his penalty for cross-checking. He was tabbed for that at about 1:42 remaining in period 1. Now out at the point, Chirac tried to slide one over to Thornton. As Roseboom ready to come out of the box, we're back to even strength. Nice kill for the Dashers. They actually get that shorthanded goal from Trey Fisher. But a fun one on our hands, competitive hockey game. Although the score wasn't that broad yesterday between the two, it certainly seemed like the Zydeco had controlled the tempo of the game, and it was their game to lose. Tonight, on the other hand, it's a coin flip. Dashers with a 1-goal lead, but Zydeco always have been able to tally shots, so we'll see what they're up for here in the second. Now tied up on the wall. Puck comes out to the point, and Larwood will try and skate it back on in. Regala goes down. Brozin will touch it on over for Salov. Salov creating some space, pinching down low. Quick shot for Brozin. Save made by Colgan. Now at the point, Gagnon over to Regala. Regala, his quick shot pad save made. Pass in the high slot out of the reach of Brozin. And the Zydeco set to come the other way. Gordon. Off the tape. Looking to send one in front. Brown intercepts. He'll head the other way. Dashers trying to catch the Zydeco in transition. Stoichevsky. Now Gagnon's quick turnaround shot, still loose in the slot area, and Lindbergh trying to get around Kabatayev. Kabatayev remaining strong, slides it on back to Wyzak. Wyzak to Kabatayev. Now looking to bank it to Gagnon, but it goes to Elijah Wilson. Wilson fans on it before sending it on in. And Wyzak away with it now. Gulo. Around his own cage, leaves it for Gagnon. Losing his stick was Wilson. Kabatayev pops one up and into the seats. And we'll get a face-off, 18:08 to go in period 2. So the Zydeco looking for answers here. The shots are 2-1 here in period number 2 in favor of the Dashers Hockey Club. Fisher ties up the draw. DeMars sends it back to the Zydeco. Demiki on over for Thornton. Now Chirac. Backhanding one over to Cox. Wyzak finds the vacant puck. Turns it right over to Alex Sanyan, who had a great assist on the Chirac goal in period 1. Now Wyzak giving away. Quick shot by Chirac. Just missed. Tried the low angle to beat Rutherford over the shoulder, but nothing doing. Nemiki, screen shot from the point. Blocked down in front. Fisher appearing to be in some pain as he goes down. The Dashers trying to push the pressure. Fisher will get off for a change. Murphy with a big hit to run over Nemiki. Thornton now the other way. Thornton's quick shot. That one caught the mask of Rutherford, and his helmet falls off. He's taken a couple that have rung his bell. And, of course, always looking so awkward. And if you ask Parker after the game, he'll say, I really wish I didn't do that. Because those sting, for sure. Rattle your bell. So he'll need a minute to collect himself before we resume play. In the Dasher end of things, it'll be Larwood and Stoichevsky. Stoichevsky winning the draw. Gagnon over to Brazen. Brazen into the neutral zone. Zidaco try to send it back on in. It's going to be sticked by Rutherford. Nice move behind the goal by Gagnon. Gets it free to Stoichevsky. Stoichevsky on the far side sends one in. Colgan sticking it down. Salov coming to help out on the forecheck. Brazen's quick blast. That one ripped over the net. Roseboom using everything he's got to get it to Gagnon. Now Salov. Quick shot for the Zydeco, and Larwood crashing the net. That's going to draw some pushing and shoving. We haven't had too much here tonight. But they'll duke it out for a few seconds before we drop the puck once again. If the audio is not crystal clear as well and you're on the Zidaco stream, please come over to the Dasher stream. We are trying to mirror our streams from one to the other, and naturally some things are going to go wrong when that happens. So if you're joining us on the Zidaco stream and you can hear me, tune into the Dashers Hockey Club stream, and hopefully the audio will sound a little better. As far as everything else going on, that's out of our control. But we do see you in the YouTube chat, and we are trying to put on our best, but obviously very difficult on the fly. 3.5 minutes gone by here in period 2. Yeager Kabatayev sliding one on back. Regala run into by Zabad. Now breaking it out of the zone. The stretch pass out of the reach of Gordon. He reels it back in, and now here come the Zydeco. Pass just out of Gordon's reach. And now the Dashers trying to clear the zone. It's kept in. Zabad and Wilson walking in, being patient. Rutherford way out of his goal. And his back check comes to help him out. He's in the neutral zone. Brown harassing Tack. And now the Zydeco will enter, and we'll get a whistle. 15:53 to go here in period 2. Shots 20-13 in favor of the Zydeco. Still anybody's contest here, not even halfway home. On the face-off, here's Fisher. Over on the sideboards. Picked up by Wyzak. Waiting for help, slides it to Gagnon. Gagnon into the neutral zone. It's going to be touch from Jumanji to Kier. Kier can't pull that one in, and Fisher will try and clear the zone. Comes back into the neutral zone. Jumanji trying to run into Chirac. Good forecheck from Yasuke Jumanji that time. And then a big hit from behind. Gagnon was able to light up Chirac. Punishing hit. Chirac needing a minute to gather himself, but he's up on his feet. Now back behind the goal. Cox run into by Wyzak. Cox looking to skate it out to safety. Serpentining his way around the circle. Quick shot comes in. Rutherford didn't know where it was. Loose puck is skated out. Some trouble brewing for the Dashers in their own end. They've stood tall. Alex Sanyan over to Chirac. He's finally off the ice. A long shift for him. Quick turnover right into the skate of Cox. Cox trying to slide it back for Larwood, the leading scorer. Still free Larwood. And a big play made by Roseboom to break up the scoring opportunity. Coach Tesserero knows that Roseboom can do more. And Roseboom with a big play there. Stoichevsky trying to rub off Bond. Bond attacking the other way into the offensive end. Salov behind his own goal. Sends one off the blocker. Stoichevsky trying to pin it against Rutherford's pad and wait for help. And he'll give Larwood a couple shots after the play as well. 14-13 to go. Our first media timeout of period 2. We will take it. Be back in a quick flash. 2-1. The Dashers in front of the Zydeco right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. Trying to get back underway, excuse me, here in period 2. 14-13 to go. Dashers with that 1-goal lead, trying to hold on and build on it. Now a quick shot comes in, redirected in front. Rutherford has to make a tough stop. Now out at the point, quick shot comes in, but a clear lane, and Lindbergh just throws it right into the glove of Rutherford. Seems like another one of those hard-nosed games. You're waiting for who's going to get that greasy goal. If it's the Dashers, then that doubles the margin, gives them some breathing room. And if it's the Zidaco, it ties things up and makes for a very interesting second half of the hockey game. In the corner boards, Miettinen sliding it out to safety. Roseboom with plenty of room in front will dump it on in. Miettinen crashing. Lindbergh slides it right on back over towards the Bayou State sponsor. Now Lindbergh up to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov with his head down, skating on the near wall. His quick shot, blocker save made by Rutherford. Now out at the blue line. Puck has to be sent back in to avoid the offside. Gulo slowly sends it on in. Brown to chase. Gulo trying to work himself into a free area. Kabatayev run into in the boards, trying to stick with it. Gets it to Regala. Regala gets it in deep for Brown to pick up. Dasher spacing very much on the near side of the ice. Trying to open things back up. Regala now. Pass on over to Gagnon. Gagnon thought about the shot, looking down low for Kabatayev. It's broken up. Regala, or rather Gulo, trying to throw a few hits. Brown run into by Kleber. Dashers around the boards. Kabatayev to Fisher. Fisher bank pass into the skates of Demars. Demars controlling on his backhand. Sends one for a rebound in front. And it's steered aside. Gagnon over to Kabatayev. Yeager Kabatayev rubbed off the puck. And then coming in to make a hit is Demars on Lindbergh. Two of them getting into it after the play. 12 minutes to go here in period number 2. Wilson serpentining, trying to get by Regala. Regala trying to nudge him off the puck. Coming in to help is Fisher. Fisher with the difference as it stands right now, 2-1 Dashers. On the other side of things, Demars dumping it for himself to chase. Murphy coming in and running into Nemeki. And now a stretch pass across the ice for Zabad, who picks it up. Wyzak forces a turnover. Gagnon into the neutral zone. Can't find the stick of Fisher. It goes the length, no icing. Spooned around the boards by Colgan. Murphy over to Fisher. Fisher trying to snap one in front for Demars, but intercepted. Has taken a few hits after making the play was Matt Gordon. Now with space, here comes Brody Thornton. Slamming on the brakes, broken up by Miettinen. In the corner now, a scrum for the puck. Murphy. DeMars. Works it free, but a dangerous pass to Wyzak. Out into the neutral zone. Here's Kuznetsov. Through the circle. 3-on-2 for the Zydeco up ice. And the shot is blocked down in front. Chance goes awry. Fisher. Saucer pass over everybody. It will find its way all the way to Salov. Salov behind the goal. Surveying, looking for options. The quick one-timer from Stoichevsky. Missed it. Goes off the glass. Brazen's quick shot. That one might have caught a piece of the puck and came out. The puck hit the post or the glove as now he'll send another one off the blocker. Dashers turning up the heat here in period 2. Quick shot comes in. They score! Jacob Gagnon from the point slams one by Colgan, who didn't see it coming. His first goal with the Dashers keep that puck. Jacob Gagnon cashing in, and it's 3-1. With all that pressure in front, it was only a matter of time before the Dashers had that greasy goal, and it came from Jacob Gagnon. It was one of their better defensemen. Sent in just a screenshot from the point. Colgan wasn't ready for it, similar to what we saw from Wahlgren for the Dashers yesterday. You can make a lot of similarities and differences between tonight's game and last. And the Dashers now in front by a pair. 3 goals on 15 shots for them. Gagnon's first of the season makes it 3-1. Gulo now, looking for options. Over to Kabatayev. Kabatayev. That puck was awkwardly held by Lindbergh. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Now Cox skating it into his own zone. Big hit to blow up Lindbergh. And now a quick shot from a low angle. Rutherford thinks he was interfered with, but for now, it's going to be Jackson Cox potting it home. Cuts the deficit back in half. And a big answer from the Zydeco. Rutherford, very upset, wants this to be looked at. So the referees, or rather AJ Tesserero with some decisions to make over on the bench. See, of course, if the Dashers don't win the challenge and the goal stands, they'll be headed to the penalty kill for 2 minutes for delay a game. So a big decision for first-year head coach AJ Tesserero. So sorting some things out here with 10 minutes and 5 seconds left. Rutherford reenacting what happened. And Lester Brown over to talk to the officials as well. Tonight's officials we haven't gotten into, but the referees Chris Gunter and Gordon Laws, with Jonathan DeSalle and Chandler Martin, the linesman. So it looks like the goal will stand, to the dismay of Rutherford, as it just was announced through the Raising Cane's River Center. So Jackson Cox with an unassisted tally. On a freak play. Still sorting some things out. Referees skating over to talk with AJ Tesserero once again. So we'll sit tight. Figure out what happens. Yeah, Rutherford was vastly out of position, and Cox just threw something on net that banked off his pad and into the goal. Certainly looked like there was a case to be made for Rutherford, but the referees say no, and it's 3-2. We'll play on. Brown still trying to appeal his case. Referees just yelling at him. But when you wear a letter, of course, you want all the answers. So the Dasher Grinders will come on out. Ryan Keir, Yosuke Jumanji, and Trey Fisher. Along with them is Gagnon and Regala. Dashers with a 1-goal lead. It was just 2, but shortly after, as here's Cox, walks in, quick shot. Rutherford makes a save. 9:59 to go here in period 2. And if you're Rutherford, you got to just shake that one off. Easy to get caught up in your head after a goal you think shouldn't have counted stands. But he's got to find a way to just regroup and move on. His team's still with the lead. 3-2, the Dashers in front with 9:59 to go here. And we'll take a break right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. Three-two our score, halfway home here at the Raising Cane's River Center. My name's Devin Dobek. Thank you for joining me on a wonderful Saturday night in Baton Rouge, as we got a good one. Shot comes in, sticked away by Rutherford. Now Cox looking to get it up to the point. Jumanji tried to poke it past Thornton, and free puck. Gagnon has it with him. With speed, sending it in front, looking to get it to Jumanji, and bouncing puck is swatted away. Kier didn't take his time and slid it out of the zone. Foot race for Trey Fisher, and he will win it. Cox was coming at his backside very quick. And had he got there, he would have been in all alone, looking for his second goal in just about 2 minutes. Nemeki in the neutral zone. Run into by Kier. Banging bodies around for the Dashers. Out into the neutral zone. Thornton with the puck. Swindling away from Jumanji. Now it'll be Shorik. Over to Thornton. Thornton will enter the zone. Zydeco looked to be offside there, but they'll play on. Regala. Stoge. Free puck comes out to Elijah Wilson. Brosnan tried to take a look at him. In front, they score! Kevin Zabad off a beautiful feed. Evens this hockey game. A pair of goals in a few minutes for the Zidaco. And it's tough for Rutherford transitioning from his left to his right to get there. And the Zidaco, who have controlled all the odd man rushes, able to cash in there. Credit the goal to Kevin Zabad as we take another look there. Whole new hockey game once again. The Dashers' largest lead of the season of 2 goals had its longest run. Of course, they won 3-1 in their sole victory against Athens, but that extra netter was in the final minute. They had a 2-goal lead for almost the same amount of time, barely a minute, as now it's all even once again. As now there's a big hit by Miettinen to tip over maybe Bond or Tack. It was Bond. As now Kabatayev being hooked behind the play. Wyzak trying to skate it in himself. Poked away to Gulo. Gulo can't control it. Now out back towards the Dasher end of things. They'll have to reset. Lindbergh. Big hit by Kabatayev to take out Larwood. And now Kabatayev's going to take something up high. Here we go. Kabatayev getting his face ripped off by Larwood, coming in to help her, the Dashers. And finally, some fireworks as the referees will try and sort everything out. But Kabatayev, not a physical hockey player, not someone who gives a lot of hits or takes one. He gives a big one there and then just gets jumped by the Zidaco. I'm sure the referees will have to sort out some penalties as Kabatayev will be booked. Along with him is Larwood, who will stare him down from across. Kabatayev, a native of Kazakhstan, has minimal English, so the chirps being sent from Larwood probably not doing too much good for him. They'll add a, or at least they thought about adding, they're just throwing some luggage back in the box. I don't pity the refs who have to sort all that out after a huge scrum on the near side wall. And so we'll see what the end all is. But Kabatayev, if he's able to expand his game into physicality, he has the potential to be a top-line guy for the Dashers. He's so skilled, tied for the team lead with Justin Brosnan, 3 goals. I think this is his first penalty as well on the young season. On the other side of things, Larwood, no stranger to the sin bin. He's spent a lot of time in there. Second on the team in penalty minutes, just behind Ryu Namiki, who took that title last night with 3 minor penalties in the win. Shots are 29-15, so just about a 2-1 ratio, similar to last night in favor of the Zydeco. See if that will fire up the Dashers crew. You know the Zydeco are ready. And so Larwood and Kabatayev both will be booked. But it looks like we'll have to look at the official call because looks like the Dashers will be shorthanded after the hit to Kabatayev. Now Thornton sliding one on back to Wilson on the power play. Wilson back to Thornton. So it's a cross-check assess to Kabatayev. Thomas Murphy will serve. Now here's Yasuke Jumanji with a burst of speed. Sprinting in on the breakaway. He moves and can't tuck it home. That's his second breakaway, and he hasn't been able to find the back of the net. But he's been good on the penalty kill. But yeah, look at this chance again for Jumanji. He tried the same move he tried once again to get that rebound for the Trail, but that time it didn't work out for the Dashers. Once again, shorthanded too. So 93 seconds remaining on the call to Kabatayev. Thomas Murphy serving his penalty because Kabatayev with an offsetting one with Larwood after that. That will keep them both in the box. Fisher on the draw against Gordon. Now behind the goal. Lindbergh getting it to Cox. Cox chipping one up. Gordon sends in a quick shot. Rutherford might have got a piece of them. Now Fisher sends in a high shot, easily patted away. 1 minute to go in the Kabatayev minor, served by Thomas Murphy. Gordon through the neutral zone. Even numbers up ice for the Zydeco. Now Gagnon trying to create some sort of turnover. Harassing Cox. Gagnon now running into Lindbergh. Fisher rubbed off the puck by Kuznetsov. Now out at the point. Zydeco trying to reset. Gordon. Toe drag move. Can't get by Fisher. And now Fisher 1-on-2 up ice. Gulo coming to help him. He'll flip it up. Gulo coming in hot. And he blows a tire. 6:20 to go here, period 2. Cox, drop pass. Lindbergh on the forehand. His quick shot, poked away by Rutherford. He can't snare it. Puck still free on the back of the cage, and it'll be skated out. Here's Roseboom trying to create an opportunity in transition. Actually, Salov holds. On over, quick shot. Miettinen back to Salov. Can't get it on goal. Dashers kind of pushed their luck there with a few too many passes and never really made a legitimate opportunity. As Murphy heads back to his respective bench. Kabataya's penalty over. Miettinen now with a burst of space. Looking for options. Sauces it to Brazen, but out of his reach. Now the other way. Potential 2-on-1 for the Zydeco. Thornton out of the reach of Wilson. 5.5 to go here in period 2. Stojevski. Over to Salov. Salov back to Stojevski. He'll walk in. Protecting the puck. Looking in front. Sends one, and a save had to be made by Colgan. Back into the neutral zone. Here's Wyzak. Sent back in on Colgan. 3-3 our score. Shots 30-16 in favor of the Zydeco. Chirac trying to lose it in the neutral zone. Stoichevsky gives him a bump. Now the other way. Here's Namiki. Can't work it past Jumanji. Finally, the puck is flipped up and back into the other end. Here's Ryan Kier on the forecheck. Kier trying to run into Thornton, who skates right around him. And now looking to break it out the other way. Quick shot comes in. Save had to be made as Bond with a good opportunity there. He's already got one tonight. 4:30 to go. Sent back to a Dasher stick. Roseboom holds, throws it off the stick of Stoichevsky. Finds its way to the Zydeco. Roseboom now. Gets beat in transition. Zidaco, rub him off the puck hard. Now walking in, quick shot, they score. Roseboom now going to take a run at Wilson. Here we go. Elijah Wilson and Quentin Roseboom dropping him after the goal. Wilson with a right. Roseboom trying to keep his balance. He will be folded down. And the Zydeco with a quick goal. And then a fight win. Just about the recipe you'd like. Wilson getting the crowd into it. He's fired up. As Roseboom now will be headed to the box once again. 4:12 to go in the period, so they might just send him to the locker room instead of the box for the fighting major. Gulo really upset with the official here. And we'll try and work everything out as we take another look at it. Of course, Roseboom not pleased after turning it over, getting knocked into the boards, and now takes a shot at Wilson. And after a brief scrap, things are sorted out. And it's 4-3 Zydeco. So we'll sit tight as Wilson now will leave the box held by the official, probably headed to the locker room. As I mentioned, with the 5-minute penalty, no sense in being in there for the final 4:12 of period 2. Looked like a couple objects have been thrown on the ice, so an announcement rings through the speakers here. Roseboom sent off. And so 4-3, Zydeco in front. What a hockey game we've had. End-to-end action. Now the physicality picking up. Home crowd into it. Will be Kevin Zabad credited. Or he was credited with the prior goal. Excuse me. But 3 unanswered for the Zydeco after a pair of unanswered for the Dashers. And just like that, it's 4-3. Justin Brazen still talking with the officials here. Clearly upset with something. Dmitry Kuznetsov gets a big ovation as they call out the goal here in the Raising Cane's River Center. Elijah Wilson credited with the apple, and then the fight win after. Talk about a great shift for his squad. And, of course, sustaining the momentum with the fight win. So the Dashers, who had some early life, now trying to find a way to come back once again. 2-1 they led it heading into the first intermission. Then they scored another early on in period 2. Or rather in the midway point of period 2. Jacob Gagnon. And then after that, just an offensive flurry from the Zydeco. 3 goals in 6 minutes, less than 6 minutes. They lead it 4-3. Goal scorers tonight, Stoichevsky, Fisher, and Gagnon for the Dashers. Chirac, Cox, Zabad, and Kuznetsov for the Zydeco. So they'll get Lester Brown for an instigating penalty. It looks like the Dashers will be shorthanded again. Larwood moving around Salov. Run into by Wyzak. Dashers looking for some late momentum here in period 2. Lindbergh sending one cross ice for Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov up to the point. Gordon holds his quick shot, deflects down in front, and skitters wide on the far side. Puck can't be cleared. Lindbergh at the point. Sends one redirected in front. Great job by Larwood that time. But Rutherford stands tall. Wyzak taking a few hacks at it. 3:35 to go here in period number 2. Zydeco with a 1-goal lead. Kuznetsov cycling it around the perimeter. Lindbergh. Screenshot from the point. Larwood with the loose change. And finally, the puck escapes the zone. So the Zydeco will have to reset. Gulo harassing Gordon. Now Kuznetsov through the neutral zone. And Salov took him down with the leg. I can't believe they didn't call that. Just about as easy of a trip call as you can make as the official. Salov just leg to leg. Took out the skater. Trying to lay a hit. And we'll play on. Dashers catch a break. Salov now trying to run into Kuznetsov. And then once again, it's going to be Salov taking down Kuznetsov. This time he's going to go to the box. So the Dashers already shorthanded, might be 5-on-3 now around the goal. Sent in front, Cox. Now up to the top, Bond. Bond sending one in, looking for a redirect. Regala now. Looking to hit Cox. Net is empty with the delayed call coming up against the Dashers. Zydeco taking their sweet old time in no rush with the extra man. Quick save made by Rutherford. He has to get back into position. Now on the far side circle. Chirac's quick shot. Bar down. He scored. Scott Chirac lights the lamp just as Lester Brown was set to come out of the box. And it's 4 unanswered goals here in period 2 for the Zydeco. Seemingly trying to run away with this one. It's 5-3. Yeah, Rutherford just having a tough time in net right now. A lot of point-blank shots just coming in hot, and he's had a hard time stopping them. But Scott Chirac credited with the goal that time, and what a shot it was. Right off the crossbar and in. 5-3, Zydeco. And since the Brown penalty expired in just a nick of time, the delayed penalty that was assessed to Salov will be waived off. So if there's any silver lining there, it's that the Dashers now can play even strength hockey. As Fisher run into by Larwood. Trying to get it to Ryan Keir. Comes all the way in on Colgan. Wyzak sliding one on over to Gagnon. That's now the third unassisted goal by the Zydeco. They've been able to have a lot of good guys making plays and continuing to just pour it on the Dashers. Wyzak over for Thornton. Thornton sliding one on up off the blocker of Rutherford. 5-3 our score, 80 seconds to go here in period 2. Blowing a tire is Bond. Now a shot comes in. Fisher can't get it out of the zone. Bounces off the Dasher before being swatted back in and gloved by Rutherford. Minute 12 to go. And we'll get our final media timeout of period 2. We will take it. Don't you go anywhere. Dashers and the Zydeco back and forth. High-scoring affair finishing on the horizon in a few moments right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. "72 seconds remain here in our hockey game, in the second period of our hockey game. 5-3 our score in favor of the Zydeco. Into the neutral zone. Brown takes down Thornton. No call this time. Now Brown looking to work it back to Kabatayev. Kabatayev sends one in, easily patted away. Brown slapping it back to Gulo. Kabatayev through the legs to Gulo. Gulo in the corner. Spinning away from the pressure, turns it right on over to Cox. Cox will head the other way. Even numbers up ice. Kabatayev coming to harass him. But the play can't be broken up. Kuznetsov might have hit the official. And Regala will send the puck up the boards to Brown. Into the neutral zone now. Nice job to stay onside by Cox. And he'll flip one in for Rutherford to slap out. 25 seconds to go here, period 2. Gagnon shielding the puck. Flips it out once again. Kleber turns it over to Kabatayev. Kabatayev with a nice move, creating some space, headed to the net. His net drive, he gets taken down. Stoichevsky loses the puck. 5 seconds to go. Wyzak will likely just skate it out, taking a look at the clock. And that will do it here in period 2. With the Dashers, who once had a 2-goal lead at 3-1, now have let in 4 unanswered goals. And it's been a tough go for them here in this period. 4 goals in a matter of 8 minutes for the Zydeco. All started in the back half of this period. Jake Cox, Kevin Zabad, Dmitry Kuznetsov, and then Scott Shorrock. 5-3, Zydeco lead it. So we head to our second intermission. We'll catch our breath and come back excited for a final chapter once again between the Zidaco and the Dashers right here at the Raising Cane's River Center. Back in a flash on Dashers Hockey Network. And we're just about ready for the final chapter between the Dashers and the Zidaco right here from the Raising Cane's River Center. My name's Devin Dobek. Thank you for joining me in the absence of Andy P., the broadcaster and voice of the Zidaco, filling in and having a lot of fun. It's been quite the setup, and we got a good third period of hockey on tap. As a few fans throwing some objects on the ice once again, being told not to. Hate when you have parts of the game like that. Player safety, of course, number one. So, we'll wait for things to get a little cleaned up here. We didn't give a special happy birthday shout out to the Zidaco mascot Rue as well, who turned 2 yesterday. Of course, second year of existence for the Zydeco and the first back in Danville for the Dashers. They haven't had a team there since COVID shut them down. Their last championship was in 2017. Of course, on that squad, Justin Brazen, head coach AJ Tesserero. A lot of veterans they have throughout this league. So still loitering around the ice. Referees taking a minute. Good crowd tonight. Last night, I believe there was 2,200 here. It looks like a little more tonight. Probably closer to 4,000 by our estimate. We'll continue to sit tight here. Not sure exactly what's going on. Looks like maybe something was dumped over the glass, or I don't know, but the referee's struggling to clean up whatever it is, and we've got an extended stoppage. Snow coming out on the shovel. 20 more minutes in regulation of this one. Zidaco out shooting the Dashers by 18. Just about double. And while the officials continue to try and work things out, we'll read you how we got here. Scoring open just 74 seconds into the game with Brandon Stoichevsky putting together a nice patient play to tuck it past Colgan. Then Scott Chirac tied things from Alexanian and Zabad. Then Trey Fisher cleaned up Yosuke Jumanji's loose change, made it 2-1. Jacob Gagnon in the second period was able to beat Colgan up high. And then the floodgates opened. Jake Cox and Kevin Zabad with a pair of unanswered tallies. Just about a minute and 51 seconds after the Dashers had a 2-goal lead, it was erased. And 3-3, a whole new hockey game. Dmitry Kuznetsov then would score. After the play, Roseboom and Wilson got into a nice little throwdown in which Wilson came out the victor. The first fight between these two teams this weekend, or the first fighting major, we should say. And then finally, Scott Chirac barred down off the crossbar, able to beat Rutherford 5-3, Baton Rouge in front. Of course, for Parker Rutherford, this game very personal to him. Spent some time, about 4 weeks last season in Baton Rouge, never got a chance to prove himself, which he'll tell you to this day has left a chip on his shoulder. And now coming in, he's the number one guy thus far for the Dashers. Walgren's played great well, but Rutherford's been getting more of the volume, and just a tough start for him here. He has faced 37 shots, but 5 have found their way past him as the players will try and stay loose. We'll take a break, step aside, as still not sure what's going on. But the players seem like they're in no hurry to play. So we'll step aside. 5-3. About to get into period number 3 right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. All right, we're all sorted out. It'll be Stoichevsky and Haggerty set to take the draw, and Stoichevsky comes away with it. Bank pass for Brazen. Now Zydeco headed the other way. Underway here in period 3. Mietinen, giveaway. Zabad tried to slap one in front. Wyzak rips it around the boards and it escapes the zone. Now another bank pass to get it in by Brody Thornton. Comes all the way back to the Dasher end. Mietinen controls it in the skates and now sends one up for Brazen. Brazen, not with a lot of speed, leaves it for Salov. Salov into the high slot on the backhand, sends one. It's still bouncing loose in front. Stoichevsky thinks he's got it, and the referees agree. Brandon Stoichevsky with another quick goal. He scored just 74 seconds into period 1. He's got his second 47 seconds into period 2. A whole bunch of chaos in front of the Zidaco net, and Stoichevsky finds a way to pound it home. And we got a hockey game, 5-4 now. Back and forth we go. Stoichevsky's second of the season and second tonight. Now up to 10 points on the year. Two goals and 8 assists. He's got an assist here tonight. And it looks like the Zydeco now looking for some answers. As referee will skate over, I tell you what, it has been a very nonchalant start to this third period. Nobody in any hurry as Stoichevsky's goal will go under review. We'll take a break ourselves as the referees sort this out. I'll be right back in a flash right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. So the Zidaco challenge the goal on the ice, and they lose. So the goal stands for Stoichevsky, and off to the box to serve a delay of game is Shane Haggerty. So we got 19-13 left in period 3, and all of a sudden, things are getting a little interesting between these two. So Stoichevsky with a couple big goals. So he prances around out there to help out. Salov now on the near side. Trying to enter the zone himself. Thornton goes hard into the boards trying to lay out Salov. Now in their own end. Trying to break it out. Gulo applying some pressure. Salov. Stoichevsky coming away with it. He's looking for options. In front he's got Brazen who will come to help him out. Out to the point. Gagnon can't keep the zone. Skate it back to his own end. Minute and a half gone by here in period 3. 5-4 our score. This is officially the most goals the Dashers have scored in a game now in their 6th game. They've hit 3 twice. Now Salov sliding one on back. Or actually, this is tied for the most. They lost 7-4 to Watertown on that first weekend. They're tied for the most goals they've had in a game. Of course, that was a 7-4 loss, so the goals they scored were kind of in garbage time with things winding down. But remaining tenacious here tonight. Dashers with just 43 seconds and in no rush to get the power play going. Drop pass now. Here's Mietinen. Up to Murphy. Murphy around the boards. Takes a weird carom. Comes all the way back to DeMars. Through his legs, and now it could be the Zydeco the other way. Potential 2-on-1 unfolding. Cox over to Chirac, and Chirac couldn't get a shot away. Such a dangerous goal scorer. And it's sent back in once again. Brown. Finally, it's sent back once again. Tough power play for the Dashers. It's not been their strong suit. Against a very good Zidaco kill, too. Back to even strength. Zidaco controlling the zone. 3 minutes gone by here, period 3. Kabatayev trying to skate it out of the zone. It's whacked back. Brown on his backhand. Trying to meander his way out of the zone. On over to Kier. Kier, self-pass, gets around Thornton. Kier, rubbed off behind the goal. And finally just running out of gas, it seems, on his shift as once again he'll run into Kleber. Now heading towards the net, Alexanian tries the backhander, goes way up and off the tall glass. On the back end of things, here's Gordon. Referee with his arm in the air. Zidaco are going to be headed to the power play. Not sure exactly what it's for, but we'll find out in some moments. Alexanian trying to get one back to Larwood. Larwood gets it away from Gagnon. Now on the far side, Chirac. Chirac down low. Quick pass through the slot. Namiki wasn't ready for it, or else it would have been an easy goal for him. Another shot comes in screen from the point. Larwood a few jabs before it's held. And we'll find out who the guilty party is. Wilson and Roseboom, after their fight in period 2, will head back to their benches. .16:02 in the third period, and it'll be Ricky Regala headed to the box. Face-off is won by the Zydeco. Cross ice. Chirac sending it in open space. Zabad sliding one back to Wilson. High stick assessed to Regala is the official word. Gulo trying to backhand one out. Turns it right on over. Zydeco, Haggerty sending it up to the point. Around the goal, here's Thornton. Had a great game last night, trying to build on it here tonight. Wilson up to the point. Chirac back on over to Wilson. His quick shot, glove save made by Rutherford, and he'll hold. Minute 22 to go on the minor to Regala. Regala scored his first goal last night. Shots 39-20 in favor of the Zydeco. But our score just 5-4. High-scoring end-to-end affair here. Lindbergh. Pressure by Kabatayev. Now Gordon back to Lindbergh. Cross ice. Kuznetsov holding. Back up to the top of the key. Lindbergh's shot. Flex up and out of play. 70 seconds remaining on the power play. Zydeco outshot the Dashers 16-11 in period 1. Period 2, it was 21-8. Period in which they tallied 4 goals, and then here in the third, just 3-1 thus far. Kabatayev trying to poke it to himself as Lindbergh was stepping up. Kabatayev one-on-one, trying to make a move. He toe drags, still free, and it looked like Kuznetsov actually sent it in on his own goalie. The kill has paid dividends for the Dashers. Kabatayev wiped out. He'll have to find his stick once again. Under 15 minutes to go here in period 3. Gordon over to Kuznetsov. Backhander sending it in front. It clangs off a few skates and over to the end boards. Kuznetsov over to Gordon. Gordon. Saucer pass over to Kuznetsov. In tight. His shot flailed by on the near side. And finally it will be cleared by Fisher. 14:30. Cox over to Kuznetsov in the high slot. His quick shot into the glove of Rutherford. 13 seconds remaining on the Regala minor. And we'll get immediate timeout, 14-15. to go here in period 3. A 1-goal game. Zidaco and the Dashers set up for a good finish. We'll be back in a flash right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. A few more seconds on the Regala penalty before we're back to full strength. As shot comes in, deflected maybe off of Brozin, didn't get to Rutherford. Now over to the point. Thornton, his drive, that one off the stick of Stoichevsky into the corner boards. Now dropping it down low. Cox tried to bank one in off Rutherford. Regala out of the box, comes in to help, and Salov headed the other way with a burst of speed. Goes around Thornton, loses the puck in the process. Chirac trying to get it out, but Regala keeps. Great keep by Ricky Regala, and he pays the price with Cox tipping him over. Brozin tries to run into Cox. Stoichevsky off the feed from Salov. Now comes back into the neutral zone for Regala. Regala banged into a couple times. Stoichevsky coming to help him out on the sideboard. Gagnon back in his own end. 13:25 to go here in period 3. A nice spin pass from Stoichevsky to Salov, who's closed off into the boards. And the puck shoots all the way back to the Dasher end. Mietinen, bank pass up the boards for Salov. Now Brown chasing Lindbergh. Zydeco, come away with it. Other way, here they go. Bond, self pass to get around Mietinen. Mietinen swats it to Roseboom, who turns it over. Quick shot from Gordon. He had room to shoot in the slot and just missed wide. Lester Brown up the boards to Kabatayev. Kabatayev cycling it into the slot. Brown gets bumped off. And he'll run into Matt Gordon. Puck still free at the top of the slot. Roseboom steps up and keeps it in, but not for long. Gagnon now gloving it down. Sends a stretch pass for Brown. Brown with space. Thought about loading up. Instead, whirlybirds around and the chance goes awry. Now Kabatayev with the loose change. Looking in front. His shot. Puck still free. As Gulo taken down there. Looking for a call. Won't get it. Roseboom on over to Gagnon. Gulo trying to flip one for DeMars. And then Kabatayev run into by Wilson, trying to do a hit of his own. Zabad getting away from Gagnon, sending it down low. Here's Wilson, run into by DeMars. Zabad sends it back in deep. 11:40 to go in the third period. Shots are 40-20. As here's a quick shot, hit the official actually. He didn't seem too phased. As another quick shot by Zabad. Misses off the glass. Still can't be cleared. He's keeping it in. Here's Namiki. Gagnon trying to close off his man in Haggerty. The other way, here we go. Jacob Gagnon taking the hit to make the play. Gets the puck in deep. Fisher in the corner boards. Spins it around. DeMars thought about it. Instead, it's sent in front. Fisher swatting at it. Just goes by the far post. And taking off his helmet is Colgan. He just took it off his head. And the officials will give him a whistle. Trey Fisher saying, I didn't like that play. And with 11:04 to go, we'll get a face-off. 11:04 to go in our third period. Dashers trailing by 1, searching for their first win since the Athens Rock Lobsters. They've currently lost a pair in a row. On the other end of things, a 3-game win streak for the Zydeco. Now Wyzak in his own end. Backhands to Stoichevsky, who will nudge it in. Behind the goal, Kleber. Banks it for Cox. Cox controlling it now. Stretches one. Past Mietinen. Mietinen going back. And Alexanian, who appeared to win the race, will lose, and it will be icing. Looked like a great hustle effort from Alexanian to keep the play alive. But the officials say it is an icing, and so the draw comes back to the Zidaco end. A break for the Dashers with just about 10.5 minutes to go in regulation. On the draw, Stoichevsky finds Brazen. His quick shot right into the logo on the chest of Colgan. Dashers love to run that play. Just a quick shot for Brazen. And we'll get another face-off. 2 seconds between whistles that time. On the draw, Thornton controls. Brody Thornton waiting for help. Salov comes to make him make a play. Now Kuznetsov dropping one back for Bond. Bond throws it right into the skates of Gagnon. Gagnon gets tipped over. A big hit that time. As now Salov walking in, trying to keep it to himself. He gets taken off the puck. Stoichevsky holding, trying to get around one man. He does. Into the circle. His backhand attempt. No good. Good fake that time by Stoichevsky. Now trying to create some room in front of the goal. Brazen running into Thornton. Puck tied up in the end boards. 9:50 to go here, period 3. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Both teams waiting to see where the puck's going to end up. Thornton trying to skate it out. Instead, Brazen over to Stoichevsky in front. Quick shot, Salov. He scores! On the rebound, Nikolai Salov cashes in, and the Dashers even things at 5. What a hockey game we've had here thus far, and still far from over. It's Nikolai Salov's first since week 1 will be tallied. What a great shift for that top unit with Stoichevsky and Brazen. A tenacious effort to get the puck right in front of the crease before it was slammed in on the second try by Salov. And just like that, 5-5 is our score. Wyzak over to Brown. Brown trying to get it to Kabatayev. 5 goals now, officially the most that the Dashers have scored in a game. Undisputed. Mietinen fanned on it. As now Kabatayev off the boards. 2-on-3 up ice for the Dashers. Tries to sauce it to Brown. Brown controlling it now. Shoved off the puck. Losing a stick is Lindbergh. Out to the point, Wyzak. Wyzak banking one back in for Kabatayev to chase down. Kabatayev at the circle. Shoots. Easy glove save made. And we'll get a stoppage. 9:02 to go here. What a hockey game it's been. N10 action. Don't go anywhere. We got a thrilling finish for you. 5-5 our score right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. Offensive zone draw for the Dashers. In front 5-5. It has been a fun game. Whether you're joining us from home, on the road, or wherever, we appreciate it. And excited for a fun finish. 8:50 to go here, period 3. Shots 41-24. As out to the point, here's Wyzak. His drive. He gets taken down in the process. Now still loose around the goal. Stoichevsky trying to do the same thing, and we'll get a whistle. Another offensive zone draw for the Dashers. Their 5 skaters, Stoichevsky, Salop, Brazen, Regala, and Gagnon. On the other side, it's Chirac, along with Tack and Thornton, Alexanian, and Cox. Now Stoichevsky trying to nudge it out to Gagnon at the point. Cox walking in on the low side. His quick shot, sicked away by Rutherford. Might have caught the handle and goes up and out of play. A big save he had to make there. His 38th of the night. Shots have been abundant for the Zydeco, to say the least. Dashers a team that lets up, on average, around 49 shots per game. 46 last night and already at 42 once again. On the draw, Gulo wins it, potentially, but it goes right to Rutherford, and he'll just clamp down on it and get another face-off. Draw's tied up. Zidaco come away with it, redirect in front, and Rutherford there to once again make a save. It's Gagnon and Bond engage in some pushing and shoving after the fact. 8:18 to go here. As Wyzak sprinting to the locker room behind things. Not sure what that could be about. Maybe a bathroom break. Still even strength hockey. 8:18 to go here in this third period. And now a nice hit by Kambatayev that time. Puck comes all the way around now. Around the goal, Kambatayev on the forecheck. Now Gagnon, play is going to be caught with a whistle. Goalies will take laps out of their respective cages. It's been a fun one. If you're still with us, we appreciate it. Not sure why you'd be anywhere else with the way this game has been. Both teams have blown 2-goal leads, and we're tied all at 5. Good goaltending from either side. As Gulo will be ejected from the faceoff, coming in as Lester Brown to help out. He'll take the draw with Haggerty opposite. Faceoff is tied up. Dashers trying to come away with it. Instead, it's Haggerty. Haggerty the other way, sends one in, right into the glove of Rutherford, and we'll have yet another whistle. Been about 4 or 5 in the last minute. $7:43 to go here in that third period. And we mentioned last night it seemed like a pretty quick and even-keeled, flowy game. Tonight it's been a lot of stoppages and breaks. Of course, the scoring's been way more. But we've had a lot of breaks, stoppages, and finally we're going to have another one, it looks like. I really don't know what's being sorted out at this point. Just a simple shot that Rutherford covered. 7:43 now as we're back. That one gets deflected up and over the goal. Wyzak, Fisher. Swindling his man. Now Mietinen on the near side, skating with it. Goes into the neutral zone with a couple nice moves to create some space. Gets by 3 Zidaco with the same move. Back to back to back before dumping it on in. Colgan leaves it for Kleber. Grinder lines out there for both squads. Closing in on 7 minutes to go here. Puck is dumped in. Rutherford sticks it down. Miettinen picking it up behind his own goal. On the stick of Kier. Kier with time and space will just send one in on the goalie, and it's steered up and out of play. Once again, we'll get another faceoff. Just a face-off frenzy here in the middle of period 3. And a lot of the pucks that have been covered or found their way out, not high-danger chances, just getting tallies, getting everything on net. 44-25 the shots in favor of the Zydeco. Stoichevsky on the draw opposite of him is Sharrock as Regala whiffs on it. Dashers will send it back in. Now behind the goal, Zidaco trying to break it out the other way. Alexanian around the boards. Regala running into Cox. Stoichevsky, Regala. Salov, or rather Gagnon on the near side. Salov will swipe it on in. Dashers will make some changes. Brazen now behind his own goal, getting muscled off the puck. Trying to stick with it. A couple sticks in the air. Finally, it's free, and Brazen takes a shot to the face, and now here we go. Zydeco are going to try and attack Brazen, who's defenseless. Brazen now giving a few shots. Justin Brazen, the captain, just letting the Zydeco tee off. And he's not pleased. If this goes down as a fight, Ryu Namiki just teed off. Brazen didn't even want to go, kept his gloves on. And this should result in a penalty for the Zydeco, or else I don't know what to say. Dasher captain just taking some shots to the face, and someone's got to answer for that. Looks like Brazen's going to be sent to the box. I can't believe it. Completely disagree with the official there. Instigating by Namiki with a punch to the face of Brazen, and then a few cheap shots when he didn't even want to go. At this point in the game, fights are not something that should be on the table. Brazen clearly not trying, just eating shots before the referee's coming in, realizing Brazen wasn't trying to fight, and they'll have to sort this out. But if the Dashers don't come away with the power play, I'll have a lot of questions. I mean, Namiki, the penalty minutes leader, you know what he's out there to do, try and cause some problems, and he goes at the captain and Brazen, a cheap shot punch, and then dropped him when Brazen kept his gloves on. And if the Dashers aren't awarded a power play, then you're just waiting to see who's going to stand up for their captain who just took a beating. And once again, this slow third period continues. Referees with a lot more sorting out to do, as if that wasn't enough. Photo finish on the horizon here. 6:09 to go in the third period. Who's going to be the hero between these two? So we'll sit tight and wait for answers. Sounding like a broken record. We've had a lot of things under review tonight. Brazen getting worked on in the box by the trainer. Namiki, just a cheap shot there. So the Dashers, it'll be offsetting penalties assessed, or rather a couple fighting majors, so they will say Brazen engaged, and we'll play even strength hockey. And when that final buzzer sounds, or if we get a game-winning goal, expect some extracurriculars just from that moment right there. As now blowing a tire, Miettinen. And the play will be blown dead. Are they going to call a penalty for a trip here on Brown? I won't believe it if they do. Oh, goodness. Wow. Wow. We'll play on. Dasher shorthanded. Brown sent to the box with a late tripping call. The whistle wasn't blown until they're shorthanded Let's see what they bring on the kill. Kabatayev will clear it himself. So Brown to the box for tripping. So the Zydeco looking to regain the lead. They were up 5-3. And they let 2 go in from the Dashers, and now trying to restore that margin. Wilson on the near side. Wyzak running into his man behind the goal. Everybody seeming a little lethargic out there on the ice for both sides. Kabatayev now will skate it himself. Gulo joining the rush. Gulo heading into the high slot. Drops one from Mietinen. Mietinen backhander for Kabatayev. He tried to go short side, and Colgan slams the door shut. Mietinen tipped over on the play. A nice hit by Zabad. 1 minute remaining on the Brown minor. Different officiating crew from the last night to tonight. As Gagnon gets one on goal, all the way from the other end, trying to clear. Fisher coming in to break up the play. Didn't even need to use the body, and he'll send it to the distance. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Lindbergh spinning one on back off the stick of Jumanji. He's been fantastic on the kill tonight. He's created 3 turnovers just alone himself on the penalty kill. Stretch pass is wrapped on in. 20 seconds to go on the power play. As here's Bond back over to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov through the circle at center ice, walking in, and we'll get a whistle. Maybe an offside. Take immediate timeout as well. 4:09 to go here in period 3, our final timeout in regulation. We might need more time to decide things here at the Raising Cane's River Center. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few short moments right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. Five seconds remaining on the penalty to Brown before we're back to even strength hockey for the final 4 minutes here in this one. It has been a fun one. 5-5 our score in the third period. Thank you for joining myself, Devin Dobek, for this one. As the Dashers will send it the length, this one will likely go for an icing as it's touched up. So Namiki and Brazen still in the box for their fights. And Brazen, one of your best goal scorers, he's a guy you'd like to have down the stretch here. He won't be subject to leave for another 3 minutes at least. It's now out at the point. Quick shot comes in, redirected in front, and Alexanin was almost there to tip it on in. Salov. Stoichevsky in the neutral zone. As now the Dashers look like they'll be headed to the power play. Sprinting out of his goal is Rutherford. And looks like they're going to get Alexanin. So the Dashers back to the power play. .339 to go in regulation. Dashers were up 3-1. We're down 5-3, and now we're even at 5-5. They'll have a power play for 2 of the final 3:40 remaining in regulation, at the very least. Stoichevsky in the near side corner. Sliding it on down low for Salov. Salov shielding the puck. Over to Brown. Brown taking his time. Sends it to Gagnon. Gagnon thought about the shot. Sends it back for Brown. Brown blows a tire but gets it back to Gagnon. His screen shot is blocked down in front. Now the Zydeco with potential numbers the other way. Larwood chased by Stoichevsky. The shot. Save made. Rutherford. No goal. Big save. The shorthanded opportunities for both squads have been a plethora. It has been a lot for both sides. Jumanji, particularly on the side of the Dashers. Of course, Fisher has the shorthanded goal. Salov out to the point. Gagnon down low to Brown. Looking in front for Stoichevsky, who just didn't get enough on it. Gulo, no, back to him. Stoichevsky trying to settle the bouncing puck into the near side corner. Slides it up to Gagnon. Gagnon at the point. His shot redirected down in front. Salov now. Over to Brown. Brown to Gagnon. Gagnon to Brown. His drive right into the chest of Colgan and held. Of course, Brown filling in for Brazen on that power play 1 unit. Usually you got big 8-8 right around the circle area and letting some shots fly. .227 in regulation. What a fun one it's been. Whether you're a fan of the Dashers or the Zydeco, I'm sure you wouldn't rather be anywhere else other than maybe inside the Raising Cane's River Center. Murphy will take the draw opposite of Larwood. Murphy ties it up. Kabatayev coming in to help. Swatted out. DeMars can't get it to Jumanji. Now Kabatayev over to Jumanji. Jumanji transferring it to his forehand now. Back to Kabatayev. Kabatayev around to the top of the circle. Back to Jumanji. Yasuke Jumanji to the point. Mietinen. Down low. Murphy tried the one-timer and just missed. Loose puck picked up by Jumanji. Now into the slot. DeMars gloves it down in front. Murphy couldn't get a stick on it in a prime scoring area. As finally it will be cleared. 12 seconds remain on the man advantage before we're back to even strength. Kabatayev trying to stick handle through some boys in blue. It's given away. Now Zabad trying to get around Gagnon. Gets to the net. Might have touched Rutherford on the way by. Puck still free. Now behind the goal. Sent in front. Twisting a shot. What a big hit by Murphy to tip down Lindbergh. Now the Dashers trying to swat it away. Kabatayev gets it into the zone deep. 80 seconds to go in regulation. What a fun one it's been. Can't say that enough times. Gagnon behind his goal. Taking his sweet time as we're closing in on a minute left in the regulation frame. Tack. Bank pass over for Chirac. Chirac over to Alexanian. Alexanian on the backhand. Trying to drive to the net. Slides it in front, but nobody home. Gulo intercepts. Gulo can't get it over to Stoichevsky. Now Salov. Can't get it away from Thornton. Gagnon hits it to safe space for Gulo to chase. Tack gives away to Regala. Regala taking a hit from Cox to make the play. Now fanning on it and getting it away is Alexanian. Salov now run into. Chirac enters the zone, but nobody there with him to help. 23 seconds to go in the third period. Stoichevsky walking in. He's got a pair already. His backhander, save made, still loose, and Colgan will cover. 15 seconds remain as we'll get another face-off in the O-zone for the Dashers. Final media timeout, it appears, with 15 seconds to go, and we'll take it. Back in a flash, 5-5, ready for a good finish from Louisiana right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. 15.2 remaining. Gulo on the draw, opposite of him is Haggerty. Gulo comes away with it, sends it out to the point. Quick pass given away. Zydeco with one more chance the other way. 10 seconds to go. It's broken up by Gagnon. Gagnon will likely just skate the clock out, maybe clear it. Banks it off the boards. And finally, that will do it as Stoichevsky runs into Zabad there. Zabad takes down Stoichevsky right at the blue line in front of the official, and that will wrap up regulation here in Baton Rouge. The score, the Dashers 5, the Zydeco 5. It's going to take more time to decide this one. We'll be right back in a flash right here on the Dashers Hockey Network. It's overtime right here in the Bayou. The Dashers and the Zidaco. It took 60 minutes, and still no one has become the hero. Gulo, Gagnon, and Kapatayev are the skaters for the Dashers. Against them, Wilson, Chirac, and Brody Thornton. Dashers come away with the opening draw. Gagnon skating away. The Dashers have not played in an overtime game yet. The Zydeco have lost once in extra time. Kapatayev, drop pass for Gagnon, and it's coming the other way. A foot race between Gulo and Thornton. Thornton walking in on the breakaway, and he couldn't get a shot off. Slides it in front. Rutherford, what a save, and he punches it out. Back to Wilson, over. Slap shot. Doesn't get all the way through. Thornton has it poked away by Rutherford. Parker Rutherford, a big reason the Dashers have gotten this game all the way to overtime. He's made 43 saves tonight. Now out to the point. Wilson on over to Chirac. Chirac spins one back to Wilson. Chirac will get a change. Zydeco waiting for help. Gulo, few checks at him. Coming in hot was Bond, and the puck too hot for his stick as it jumps away. And Zydeco will reset. A minute gone by in overtime as here's Larwood walking in with space. His shot won't go. Just miss on the near side. Now Nemeki. Credited with the fight win already tonight. Nemeki kicks it out of the zone. Bit of a blunder there for the Zydeco, but they retain possession. Salov trying to inject some speed into this forecheck. Nemeki over to Bond. Bond one-on-one with Mietinen. His quick shot, pad save made. Over to Larwood, he'll pick it up. Dashers haven't had a possession in at least 70 seconds. Great puck control from the Zydeco here in the extra frame. Now Bond as Miettinen takes it away from him. Zydeco get it right back, sending it out to the point. Lindbergh's quick shot, still loose in front, and Rutherford covers. Parker Rutherford once again comes up big at the loose change on the doorstep and covers. What a night he's had. As the Zydeco clocked their 50th shot, it's save number 45 for Parker, whose teammates will give him some well-deserved pats ahead of the next face-off. .303 remaining in overtime. Dashers come away with the puck. It's Gagnon leading the charge with speed up the right side, trying to outskate Zabad. Now saucer pass. Brown back to Gagnon, but Gagnon had overskated it. Brown should have let that one fly, as now Murphy gets burned by Alexanian. Pass in front. Zydeco trying to tuck one, but Rutherford in the dirty bird slams the door. And it looks like Gagnon came to help out Rutherford as well. Wow. Bunch of chances in front. What a job by Jacob Gagnon to come in and help out his goaltender, make sure that there would still be some more time to be played in this game. Just about midway through this overtime period. It'll be Fisher with Miettinen and Jumanji for the Dashers. On the other side, it's Chirac, Thornton, and Wilson. Fisher trying to just send it out of the zone. Jumanji pushes Wilson out. It's left for Thornton. Thornton with a burst of speed up the near side. His quick shot, save made by Rutherford. The Dashers trying to create an opportunity back their own way. Jumanji takes the stick of Chirac, and he's headed the other way, nudged off the puck. Chirac might have grabbed his arm, it looked like. Couple big hits behind the play. Fisher using his body. Puck is free. Now over on the far side. It's Thornton. Some changes being made for both sides. 2 minutes remaining in overtime. Larwood looking to get around Gagnon. The pass off the side of the cage with a shot. It's now Jumanji over to Fisher. Dashers need a change. Fisher taking it himself. In no rush at all. Slides it down low. Jumanji has his stick lifted before being driven into the boards. And now coming back. Dashers in transition trying to make something happen. Larwood right around Gagnon. Puck goes just over the net. Might have been a little wide as well. It's potential 3-on-2 for the Dashers the other way, but they are gassed. Fisher poking it to Jumanji. Some slow hockey out there. Fisher runs into Larwood and pays the price for his own hit. Now here's Gordon. Sending one back for Bond. 1 minute remaining in the overtime period. Shots 53-29 in favor of the Zydeco. Here's Bond around Stoichevsky on the forehand. Just didn't lift the puck. Just missed the attempt. Dashers have been burned a handful of times. As now across, Namiki skating away from Gulo. 45 seconds to go in overtime. Sliding it in front. Bouncing puck is ripped over the net, and the Dashers will take some time of their own to get out there. Miettinen skating it himself. No one back. Got to be careful if you're the Dashers. Miettinen just turns it right over. And now a 2-on-0 for the Zydeco the other way. This could do it. Zabad walking in. Rutherford there. They score. Kevin Zabad calls game in Baton Rouge and sends the home crowd home happy. An odd man rush, and it just looked like disaster when you saw Miettinen enter the zone and turn it right over. Nobody was back because they all entered together. And just about as easy as they come as the Dashers fall in overtime with 18 seconds remaining and lose this one by a final of 6-5. What a fun night of hockey it was. What a fun weekend of hockey it was. I hope you enjoyed spending your Friday and Saturday night with myself, Devin Dobek, in the absence of the voice of the Zidaco. But it was a fun game as both teams will head back to their respected locker rooms. A long ride home, 801 miles for the Dashers to get back to David Palmer Arena. About a 15-hour ride. After they shower up, they'll be on the bus with, unfortunately, a heartbreaking game weighing on their minds. But what a fun one it was, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take you through the box score once again. The final shot tallies registered at 54-29. Stoichevsky opened the scoring at 1-0 for the Dashers in the first period. Then Scott Chirac evened things before Trey Fisher and Jacob Gagnon gave the Dashers a 3-1 lead. Then it was Cox and Zabad with a pair of goals in just under a minute and a half to take away that lead, made it 3-3. And then Dmitry Kuznetsov bearing one on the short side. Scott Chirac as well barred down, and then Brandon Stoichevsky and Nikolai Salov evened things in the third before a heartbreaking overtime loss for the Dashers. The game winner is credited to Kevin Zabad, and what a game he had. He was all over the ice. A pair of goals for him, as well as a pair of goals for Scott Chirac. Well, that just about wraps us up. So on behalf of the entire media team here in Baton Rouge, for Alex, for Nick, this is Devin Dobek saying so long, and thank you for joining us. The voice of the Dashers signing off, reminding you always to live the dream.
Hockey is back. Your Mississippi Seawolves return to the Coliseum on Saturday, November the 16th to take on the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Don't miss all the action as your Seawolves present Military Appreciation Night with specialty jerseys and much more. You won't want to miss a second of the action. Get your ticket